Let's make a clock. Some of you had a paper that looked like this, but I cut the pieces out already. So what you do is you cut out your pieces and you poke little holes, see the little hole there, in the hour hand, and the minute hand. Notice the hour hand is the short hand or the small hand, and the minute hand is the big hand. So the hour hand is the small hand, the minute hand is the big hand. You're going to put this thing through it. This is called a brad. Maybe you have one. If you don't, that's okay. Your parents can help you figure out something else to do. But you put the brad through it, and you push it through. So you have your hour hand and your minute hand. And then you push it through this dot right in the middle of your clock. Then you make it flat on this side. And now you have a clock. But what if you don't have this paper? If you don't have this paper, you can still make a clock. You just need to cut out a round circle of paper. Okay, if you don't want to cut out a round circle of paper, I have an even different idea. I like this one. You use a paper plate. It's already a circle, so you don't have to cut it out. If you're cutting out a circle of paper or using a paper plate, you will need to write the numbers on it. Let me show you how to write the numbers so they go in the right places. Because you have to write the number 12 at the very, very top. 12 is a 1 and a 2. Then you would write all the rest of the numbers around the side, but to make sure you give every number the right amount of space, here's a little trick I do. After I write the 12, I go straight down below the 12 and I write the number 6. That helps me make sure my 12 and my 6 are right in line with each other. Now I'm going to go halfway between. So I think right across the center line. And I'm going to write the number 3 on this side and 9 on this side. Right between. Now I have to fit 2 more numbers right in here. I need the numbers 1, 2, so it'll be 1, 2, 3. Now I just have to figure out that space, and I just write the 1, 2. And I have 3, then I keep going. 4, 5. Keep going. 6 is right here, so then I do 7, 8. 9 is right there, so I do 10, 11, and I already have my 12. There we go. I did all my numbers around my clock. You'll want a little dot right in the middle to help you put in your hands. Now your hands, remember, like I showed you before, the hour hand is shorter and the minute hand is bigger. You can write hour and minute on your hands if you want to, but you don't have to. I'm going to color some of my paper green so I can make my hands green instead of having them be white. So let me cut out my paper. Let me just cut out 2 rectangles. There we go. Now look, I made my 2 rectangles the same size. I can't have them be the same size though, because the hour hand is shorter than the minute hand. So what I'm going to do is I have them the same size, and I'm just going to make one shorter. Boop. Now one is shorter than the other. If you want to cut the ends to look like triangles, you can, but you don't have to. It's okay if they're straight. Some clocks have straight hands and some have little triangles on the end to make them point. I only have one brad in my whole house, so I'm going to have to use it again for this one. So I will poke some holes in my things. They don't want to poke. Push, 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 push. You guys, I can't get it to poke. I have to finish my clock so I can show you the game. There we go. Poke holes in my hands. There we go. Now I have my minute hand and my hour hand can turn. And then I poke a hole in my plate. You can decorate your plate and make it your plate or your paper, whatever you use. You can decorate it and make it look all sorts of pretty and fancy if you want. But you want to be careful that you don't decorate it so much you can't see your numbers, because then it doesn't work as a toy clock. Alright, now I have my toy clock. There we go. Now I can move my hour hand and my minute hand. Maybe I make my minute hand point to the 12 and my hour hand point to the 3. This is 3 o'clock because the hour is at 3, and when it points straight up at the 12, we say o'clock, meaning it's the beginning of the new hour. So 3 o'clock. Do you want me to show you a game? This game is very simple and very fun. All you need is 2 die. You can roll them and see what number they add up to. Here I have a 4 and a 3. I know 4 plus 3 equals 7. So I make it 7 o'clock. So I make my hour hand stays at the o'clock. My minute hand stays at the o'clock, and my hour hand goes to my 7. Point it at 7. Now it's 7 o'clock. This next time, I'm only going to roll 1. I'll roll 1 of these. 2, 2, 2. I got 6. Ha, that's very close. Now I have 6 o'clock. You can keep rolling as many times as you want. You can roll 1 die or 2 die to figure out or to decide where you have to make your clock. And this will tell you the hour. My last one is 4, so 4 o'clock. I make it go to, the hour hand goes to the 4, and the minute hand goes straight up, 4 o'clock. Have fun making a clock and practicing finding the time. I'll see you later. Bye.